Okay, so now we'll look into some real world use cases where dictionaries can help. So basically, dictionaries are the fundamental data structures in Python and are used in a very wide range of applications. So here are like few examples which I could think of, where this dictionary has a use case. So um, first would be your configuration files. So configuration files, basically dictionaries can be used to store configuration settings such as database connection details, server address, and other application specific settings. So this kind of a things we can use dictionaries. Another we can use for database database storage. How we can use there? So dictionaries can be used to basically represent rows in a database table, and where the each key in the dictionary represent a column name and corresponding values represent the column values, right? So this is how we can use dictionary for storage. Network protocol we can use network protocols. uh, we can use dictionaries to store information about like network protocols such as IP address, port, or any protocol specific options we have. So we can use the dictionaries to store that, and it's easy for us to access as well, right? And we can also use for text processing text processing uh, like text, right? So text want to understand the frequency of word, right? For example, so we'll see that example if possible. So how we can use dictionaries to store the frequency of words, how often a word is repeated in a text. We can use to remove the duplicate words, or we can check if a word exists in a text or not, right? So something of that kind of a text processing we can use the dictionaries, right? We can also use in web web scraping we can use dictionary. And like once we scrape data, right? So like we for example, I'm scraping, let's say, Amazon website, right? So I might be needing the details of a product, or what's the price of the product, what is the reviews of what are the reviews on the product, or something of that sort, right? So that information can also be stored inside the dictionaries. And then for JSON data we can use, so obviously JSON data. No, they just the biggest advantage with JSON data that it can be deserialized into dictionary in Python, right? So this making it easier for us to manipulate it, work with it, and manipulate it, right? So that's a very good advantage of working with JSON. We can convert into dictionaries. Caching, yeah, caching also we can use, right? Uh, caching, caching. So basically sometimes we run very expensive computation or database queries, right? So we use cache, right? So that the results can be quickly retrieved for the future without having to perform the same computation or query again. So that is where caching helps, right? So we need not to actually we'll do it once, store it in a cache, and then we'll quickly retrieve this for future use. And that's where caching helps us, and dictionaries are very good data structure to store that. And last we can also use for graphs. So graphs also it can help. So dictionaries can be used to represent graphs where each key is a dictionary represent a vertex and the corresponding value represent the edge of the vertex. Okay, so something of that sort. So these are the few examples I could think of which we can use for dictionaries. However, there are wide applications of dictionary, and I want you to explore more on that. That's all for this video. See you in another video.